Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So obviously things are a little different. I have a ring light. This is the first video I'm filming with it, so bear with me as I'm learning and figuring things out. I filmed a makeup tutorial for you guys on this full look. I used some new products and I also used mostly drugstore. I only think I used one high-end product. Yeah, one thing was not from the drugstore. And it was just a simple setting powder. I love doing drugstore looks. I love watching drugstore looks. It's easier to go grab something from the drugstore, and it's also friendly for your budget. So if you enjoyed this look and the setup is okay, leave me comments down below on your feedback for my lighting and all that. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get started in the tutorial. I'm taking the NYX Angel Veil Primer. This is a skin perfecting primer that is supposed to be oil-free, ultra velvety, and feel lighter than a cloud, and leave your skin looking and feeling divine. So let's test this out. Well, it's not wanting to come out. There we go. Whoa. Yikes, that just shot out all over my hand. Let me grab a towel. I think we had some cloggage. Sorry about that. Let's just go ahead and dab off the top of this dollop of Daisy on my hand. And I'm just going to prime my face. So it does feel really good. It's really soft. Just want a little more. It has a very... It smells like it's supposed to be fragrance free, but you know when things are supposed to be fragrance free and they leave that it kind of has that light fragrancy scent to it. Alright, now that we've wasted a ton of product, let's move on. So for foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Foundation. I have loved this stuff for many years. I always repurchase when I run out because it's just one that I like to have on me. It's got a very luminous finish, so pretty. It just really makes you look healthy, which is what it claims to do. I am in the shade N4, which is a neutral shade, N4 Buff Beige. I'm going to be using the Sedona Lace 928. Mine's disgustingly dirty, but I've had it for so many years. It almost just stays kind of stained a little bit, but I just put a little pump on the brush and I start buffing it into the skin. I really like to just work this in really nicely into the skin. It's just so healthy. It almost gives you somewhat of an airbrush finish because it just, I don't know. It's just so smooth. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our eyes. I'm going to use a little drugstore eyeshadow quad today. I really love this quad. It's awesome. It has these little brushes, but I've always loved these little eyeshadow quads by Wet n Wild. They're the Wet n Wild Color Icon Eyeshadow Trios. They are, I think, $2 or $3. They're super affordable. They come in a variety of shades. They have some with like colors and then some with everyday eyeshadow colors as well. And they're really user friendly if you don't really know much about makeup or you don't have that creative side. You just kind of want something to tell you how to use it. This is really helpful because it's got a shade that it says brow bone, crease, and lid. So it just tells you where to put it and you just apply it. So these are really nice. This is in the color Walking on Eggshells. Wow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into that crease shade right here with a blending brush. This one is by BH Cosmetics. I'm just going to start putting that right into the crease right here. I'm not going to set my eyelids today. I just, nah. So I'm just working that into my crease. You can see how nice and pigmented it really is. Just super pigmented, very warm. It's got some very orangey golden undertones to that brown. I'm just going to take a clean blending brush and just kind of sweep the edges so it's a little more soft. Next, I'm taking this dual-ended brush by Eco Tools in the fluffy side to go into that lid shade right here. And I'm just going to pack that onto my lid. I really like this quad because it just makes you look very awake. So it's definitely everyday or work appropriate. And you see how pigmented that shade is? It's just so bright. I'm going to go back in with that little clean blending brush and just kind of sweep through that crease only. Now I'm just taking a flat shader brush. This one is from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. I'm going into that brow bone color. I'm going to pack a little bit on the inner corner and just kind of drag it in towards the middle just to give some dimension. And then I'm going to put some on my brow bone. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows. I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Chocolate. I think it's a little too red for me, but it works. Now I'm taking this is all scratched off from my makeup bag, but it's the L'Oreal Brow Gel Plumper. And this is in the shade Light to Medium. So this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, and this is in the shade Neutralizer. I love this stuff. I've used the Light as well. The Neutralizer has more of a yellow tone, so I don't know. I like the yellow tone in this a little better for my medium skin tone. So I just kind of pat this stuff into my skin. And I'm going to highlight with it as well. So by highlighting, I'm going to put it above my lip, right here on my chin, down the bridge of my nose, and right in the middle of my forehead. To buff this in, I'm using this flat top, I believe it's a foundation brush. It's by Blend Brushes. And I really like this to buff it in because it's super soft and it just kind of does the work for me. So I just press it in and buff it out. And I blend out the edges of my concealer under my eyes, and then I just kind of press in the inner part. So to set my under eye concealer, this is the Dermablend setting powder. I haven't used this in a long time, but I really like it. It is in the original shade. It's just white, but it actually is transparent, I believe. But I used to have a coupon code to get you some money off of Dermablend from their website. If I still have it, I'll leave it down below. But I really do like this stuff. I've even baked with it before, and I really liked it. And to apply this, I'm using this like tapered fluffy brush by Blend Brushes. I'll link everything that I use down below what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to press under my eyes with that powder. Now I'm going to take this Revlon Color Stay Pressed Powder. This is in the shade Light Medium. And I really like this powder. I've also used this for a really long, I've used it off and on since I started my channel. And I'm using this big fluffy powder brush by Real Techniques. And I'm just going to lightly dab some of this on my rest of my face, my forehead, and my cheeks. Sometimes when my skin's feeling nice and normal, I set my face with the powder. I'm going to go back to my eyes. I'm going to buff some of the crease color out of that trio on my lower lash line. And I'm going to use this Revolution BX95 brush. This came out of my BoxyCharm box a couple months ago. So I'm just going to lightly smudge some of that under my lower lash line. Just gives a little more of a smoky effect. I'm going to go back into that brow bone color, that creamy shimmery shade, and plop some of that on my inner corner. Now I'm going into the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, and this is in the shade 0. And I'm going to tight line my upper lash line with that, which is basically putting the eyeliner on the inner part of your waterline, so you just kind of have to look away. Now I'm going to apply some mascara. I've been really liking this Blink Mascara Amplified. I got this in a BoxyCharm box, and this is in the shade Black. I like it because it's really dry, so I don't really wear it by itself. I like to use it before my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, but that's the combo that I've really been liking lately. I like it because it's dry, it's not chunky, and it plays well with others. So let's finish up the face. I'm going to bronze using my e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzer. This was like my staple back in the day, and I haven't used it in a while, but I used to absolutely love this bronzer. I'm going to be using my angled contour brush by Blend Brushes. This bronzer does have a little bit of shimmer in it. So I'm just going to bronze up my cheeks. I like to blend up into my hairline, up onto my temple. Like, this brush is amazing, and look, I mean, I've said it before, but it just does the work for you. I do have a code for these brushes, so that they're super affordable. I don't remember what it is, but I'll link it all below. Bronze up here on my hairline, and down on my jawline right here. For blush, I'm using this Essence Silky Touch blush in Baby Doll. I love this shade. It's matte. It's got a tiny sheen to it, but it's so gorgeous. I'm using this blush brush by Blend Brushes. There's a lot of product that comes off when you tap into the compact, so make sure you tap off. I'm going to focus that on my cheekbones. I love this blush because it's just, the color of it is so like girly and flirty, and like it just goes with everything. Taking my Duo Fiber stippling brush by Real Techniques, I'm just buffing that in and out so it blends really nicely. Then for highlight, I'm using this Wet n Wild bronzer that's shattered, but it is it's the Color Icon bronzer in the shade Reserve Your Cabana. It's not a highlight, but it makes for a great one. It's a nice subtle highlight, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it's a very affordable highlight. So you can see it's so subtle, but it's almost like a glow from within highlight. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. I haven't used it in a while because I can't really travel with it because it's so shattered. I needed to just get a new one because it's not even expensive, but it's just gorgeous. I mean, look at it. It's so beautiful. I'm getting it all over me because it's basically sand. I mean, come on, you guys. To set my face, I'm using the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe herbs and rose water. It feels so good, and it's very calming for your skin. So I've been debating between two lip colors. One that I wear all the time that I get asked about a lot, and a new one that I've never tried. So I think I'm going to try this one first because I've never worn a brown lip. But they're really in right now, so I think I'm going to try this one. It's one of the NYX lip lingeries, and this is in the shade Beauty Mark. I've swatched it on my hand, and it's beautiful. So I think I'm going to try this. I think I'm going to line my lips with this kind of reddish, darkish, it's like a reddish brown, just to kind of give it some dimension. Hopefully it'll blend out really well, because I really like lining my lips. So this is the NYX lip liner in the shade Ever. Now I'm going to take the NYX Lip Lingeries. I really like these. I just ordered a bunch. It's basically like water. It's kind of sheer on my lips. I'm trying to build up the color. Swatch on my hand. If I would have known it was going to look, the swatch on my hand was super pigmented. If I knew it was going to look like this, I wouldn't have lined my lips. I'm feeling a tad oily in around my nose. It's better. I don't know why I was feeling so oily. Maybe it's these lights. I'm just not used to them. So that is the finished look. It's still really fresh because of the highlighting you have going on. But then you can kind of be like, kind of grungy. These brown lips that are super trendy right now just take me back to the 90s. Even though I was little, I remember seeing pictures and a lot of people wearing brown lips. Overall, I think this color is really pretty. It was kind of sheer on the lips, so I definitely think you need to build it up. But I like it. It's very cool tone brown. It's not too much of a booty hole lip. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of a talk through tutorial since I did use some new products and some stuff that I haven't used in a while and whatnot. If you liked this video and you like my filming lights and the setup and kind of the way things are, please let me know down below. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and follow all my social media, and all the links for these products that I used today will be down below as well. Yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.